That fire shooting flames hundreds of feet into the air. Over 100 fires from LA County Fire fighting this fire. They were at all costs trying to protect that warehouse near the top of your screen. And what's happened in the last few minutes is that the flames have crept through the firewall. Embers have flown onto the roof of the building, and now that building is very vulnerable. There were firefighters on the roof where you're looking at right there just a few minutes ago, and also a few minutes ago, we have some video to show you as they had to rush into action and try and evacuate one of their fire trucks. As the fire closed in on the fire engine, there was debris, flaming debris, actually blowing onto the fire truck, almost catching that fire truck on fire. Firefighters immediately able to back the fire truck into reverse and take that fire truck out of harm's way. Still though, that alley is loaded with more product that is going up in flames right now. As you can see, this is a body of flames and thick black smoke pluming thousands of feet into the air, visible across the LA basin right now, and just a major fire on their hands as they struggle to surround this fire. Again, not only that warehouse there, but other structures in the area that are exposed to this fire, guys.
Chris, do we know any more about what is being down there, what is burning? You mentioned rubbing alcohol. What kind of place is this?
Well, we're not sure exactly what the commercial business is, but there's a variety of product. I have seen a lot of paper going up in flames, but the only thing that we can confirm at this point is that they are dealing with rubbing alcohol, which in and of itself is very flammable, not to mention the wooden pallets and the boxes that they're being shipped in there. So everything we're looking at here, highly flammable and combustible material, and it just has lots of opportunity as you come between these two buildings. On the bottom part of your screen, that is all product that is about to go up in flames. They really are not in great position to get this fire out. They are calling for some foam trucks to be dispatched out here so they can get some more foam than water on these flames. But this is quite a firefight they have on their hands here.
Absolutely, Chris, and you can certainly see, you were just saying it is visible all across the Southland. We can certainly see it there from our camera. But the structures that are also being threatened, are there any homes nearby? Obviously, these businesses are there and they see what's happening, but is it by any kind? Oh, you can see just how close it is to some of these properties.
Yeah, there's a mobile home park there on the left-hand side of your screen in the middle of this industrial neighborhood. It's mostly warehouses and industrial companies, but there is a strip here of trailer homes that are fortunately on the opposite side of the way the wind is blowing. So you can see that whole alleyway lined with fire trucks, the wind blowing the fire and the smoke in the opposite direction, in the eastbound direction, and that should protect those homes there. But we have additional warehouses to the east of here that are definitely in harm's way, and other buildings as well. There's an outbuilding that's gone up in flames. We saw several trucks, at least one box truck that I saw. I believe it was yeah, I couldn't tell exactly what it was, but it was a large box truck that was ready to catch on fire. It's all going on behind that smoke there. When we first arrived on scene a few minutes ago, we were able to actually see through that smoke, and we could get a really clear view of that warehouse behind the smoke. We'll come around here in a little bit and start an orbit so you can get a full 360 view of the fire and get an idea of what else is in harm's way here. But that warehouse, that very large building to the east of that yard, was loaded with firefighters on the roof, and now I imagine they are in the process of potentially evacuating that building.
Yeah, well, Chris, we're watching this fire burn so hot in that thick black smoke. I could imagine it could possibly be toxic.
Yeah, one would imagine. I mean, when you have alcohol and other treated woods, certainly you don't want to be breathing this in. That definitely would raise concern for anybody with breathing problems that lives in this area. Again, the best thing that we can say here is that this is mostly an industrial neighborhood, but the smoke itself, that thick black smoke, is mostly going up, but it is drifting over to the east there across Avalon Boulevard into the neighborhood just adjacent to this warehouse district. So you can see there's neighborhoods along Wadsworth Avenue and McKinley Avenue. They are definitely going to start smelling this, as well as Haskins. That entire neighborhood definitely seeing the smoke, but also smelling it as well. Certainly time to close those windows.
Yeah, certainly, and run those air conditioners.